yards, he had over 3,000 yards.
Over all 7.
Bobby, what more do you want?
What? Hall of Fame, y'all. Like, it's the Hall of Fame.
Let's talk about Derek Carr being a position to be a Hall of Famer. Damn. He could be somebody's dark horse MVP. You know what I'm saying? With Devontae now.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know somebody talk about him, huh?
Derek Carr, Hall of Fame.
I don't.
Let me ask you this: Hey, was Devontae just throwing shots at Aaron Rodgers, being petty?
No.
I
believe that
he meant that comment because he said he wasn't taking his own comment back.
No, I believe that. First of all, he played with him in college. They're friends.
Yeah.
So the relationship is already established. And just like with Tyreek Hill, they believe in a quarterback. So why not? It's still that confidence in him early. You know what I'm saying? Going into the season, Derek Carr had a decent season last year.
No, don't do that. Stop, Jeff. No.
Wait, hold on. I'm not done yet.
I'm not gonna allow you to do that because I said the same thing about Tua, and you crapped on me when I said Tyreek.
Derek Carr had a better season than Tua, though, bro.
I know, but you talk about instilling confidence. So why is that fine?
Wait, first of all, it's fine when it's Derek Carr compared to Tua Tagovailoa.
But compare for a Hall of Famer?
No, I'm not saying he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I just,
You let me finish. You know
my bad. Go ahead. I just went off. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Hall of Fame quarterback for Derek Carr, I don't know about that, sir. He got to have the next 5 or 6 years be some good seasons, like that Drew Brees type numbers. He putting up.
You know he ain't gonna be able to put that up, man. I don't care. He's not gonna be able to put that up, man.
Yeah, he has. I mean, might show something now that he got Devontae though.
You know, they're gonna get a bunch of double coverage.
I just think it was a shot. I do.
Who
really think Derek Carr's a Hall of Famer?
He does.
No. First of all, Roy, y'all not. Let's talk about. I'm not. First of all, I'm not critiquing him for being or giving him points for going to Hall of Fame. But at the same time, let's look at the stuff that's against him. That's with him now. He has Devontae Adams. He has Hunter Renfrow as a solid number 2. And he got his coach Josh McDaniels, an offensive mind, man. I mean, the numbers. I mean, the talent and everything is there. The mindset is there. He just got to execute.
So that makes them Hall of Fame, though.
No, bro. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is that he has the potential to be up there. That's what I'm saying. No,
his potential is. I think he hit his ceiling. His ceiling. I don't. How old is he? He's like 38. I mean, no, 35, 33, 30.
I think Derek Carr is just like 31. He's not
30. Yeah, he ain't that old. He ain't no 38. But hey, real quick, Derek Carr has a 92.4 QBR rating, so he isn't trash.
No, he's not. But we're talking about Hall of Fame.
But what was he working with before Devontae Adams?
Hey, he had some decent. Oh, y'all forgetting about Darren Waller too.
Darren Waller, Darren Waller's nice.
It's Darren Waller, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, man, bro, he got everything with him now. Like I said, if he could come out in the next 4 or 5 seasons and turn around, he could be a Hall of Famer.
You know what's bothering me?
But I mean, this man's first year, he put up 3,200 yards, 33.
No, his first year he was solid.
Even the second year, 39. I'm looking at the man's putting up yards.
Well, y'all make it seem like
what's his total? What's his total? How many yards he got now total?
31,700. This man has consistently put up yards. Like he went from 30, 33, 39,
what's
39,
the
34, 40.
The touchdown interception ratio.
He has 193 touchdowns, 85 interceptions.
No, I'm talking about the years, like the last 3 years.
Last 3 years, 23 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and then 21 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And then those years, a 94 passer rating last year, 101 passer rating, and then 100 passer rating. Like
he got Hall of Fame numbers though.
I'm just now looking at Derek Carr might shock some people. I think I should have picked him as my dog.
Yeah, he should have dog horse MVP.
Yeah,
especially with the weapons he got now.
Give me Josh Allen as the MVP, but give me Derek Carr as a dark horse.
I think you guys are misunderstanding the question. We're talking about Hall of Fame.
But I mean, Bobby, I'm looking at the numbers, man. Look at the numbers.
The next few years, if he put up, or he could come back and have a resurgence like my man Drew Brees did when he left the Chargers. Mind you, when he had the Chargers, he still can't, and he went to the Saints. Even with the Chargers, he was putting up numbers. But if you can have when he got to the Saints, he had like better numbers. If he could do the same, then we got a different conversation.
No, is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer?
I mean, honestly, he could be. He is.
Off of one Super Bowl?
He's not a Hall of Famer.
So.
I don't think
that's all he needed.
So
is Drew Brees a Hall of Famer?
Oh, of course.
Off of one, what, 2 Super Bowls or one?
He only got one. Dog, this is
no. There's no
question that Drew Brees is a Hall of Fame, bro. Are you serious?
Slow down, bro. I'm not.
Oh, what?
I'm just saying. I'm just asking a question. I'm not trying to make. I'm just asking a question. So if Matthew Stafford has one Super Bowl with his number, somebody pull up his stats, and then Drew Brees has one Super Bowl with explosion stats. Does that make Matthew Stafford a Hall of Fame? Just like
he's a Hall of Famer, bro.
Okay, I just asked.
I guess I'm looking at even if Devontae, because you guys are making it seem like he's gonna do what Randy Moss and Tom Brady did that year. He's just gonna change his life.
Saying that, bro.
Well, no, because he has to. If he's gonna make the Hall of Fame, Devontae has to change Derek Carr's life, because his stats and his numbers right now is not enough to get in the Hall of Fame. But he would basically.
You got how many years did Derek Carr been playing? Since you got the stats up right now.
Hey, you got the stats up?
Say it again.
How many years he been playing?
Oh man, 7.
And 7, he and consistently. How many yards he had? How many consistently yards he had over 3,000 yards?
Over all 7.
Bobby, what more do you want?
What? Hall of Fame, y'all. It's the Hall of Fame. You gonna let him in? You will let him in the Hall of Fame, Derek Carr?
You can't give it right now because it's only 7 years.
Okay, so if he puts up more numbers, if he puts up the same numbers,
his numbers are going to increase.
Yeah, bro, he got Devontae Adams over there. He got the weapons he has over there. He has Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller. You don't think his number's going to increase from what he got?
It will, but is it still enough for the Hall of Fame? Because now we're talking about putting anybody in the Hall of Fame. It's like if you just have gaudy numbers, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. How many All Pros has he been to? How many Pro Bowls has he been to?
Bro, Dan Marino is in the Hall of Fame, bro. He don't have a Super Bowl.
No, that's fine. But how many Pro Bowls, All Pros? How many? What is his accolades?
He's been in 3 Pro Bowls, 2015, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
2 Offensive Players of the Year, and then 2 first-team All players, and then the Sammy Bosch Trophy. Well, that was college, but that was college. But 3 Pro Bowls.
3 Pro Bowls.
Everything else was college. But yeah, he has 3 Pro Bowls. So he has 3 Pro Bowls.
Mm-hmm. And we're projecting, bro. And we're projecting his numbers to go up by how much? If he's throwing, how many yards he's throwing per season?
Averaging is 4,000 plus.
So he's going to probably go up with
he's averaging 3,000.
No, he's averaging. Well, yeah, if you do the numbers, yes, 3,000. But the last 4 years, from 2018 to 2021, he's been averaging 4,000 yards or more, and they've been going up. This last year, he went up to 4,800. The year before that, 41. The year before that, 4,054. The year before that, 4,049. That man is increasing. You put Devontae Adams on there, he's going to blow he just might win MVP.
Yeah.
So I mean, think about it, Bobby. Come on, man. The man.
Matter of fact,
I didn't really realize it. I didn't realize Derek Carr was doing this well.
I'm never said, but he's not. I think he's a great quarterback. I do. I just Hall. man. I'm just...
Hey, that was perfect timing, boy.
Well, you go, but man, but have a blood vessel over there, man.
I'm telling you, man, you gonna throw his glasses. Oh, you're tripping,
man. I think you guys are diminishing the Hall of Fame, man, and I think that's what's going on. It's the Hall of Fame, man. I don't think Matthew Stafford's a Hall of Famer. I think he has a little bit more to prove. So, but if you want to give it to him off yards and no.
Whoa. What's more to prove? The man is a Super Bowl champion. What's more to prove?
Did he win that Super Bowl?
I don't think he did.
What? Somebody had to throw the ball to somebody? Are you serious? Yeah, don't sleep. Now, this ain't a Trent Dilfer situation. It's not.
I'm just saying, but can we have a little more respect for the Hall of Fame? Just a little.
Matthew Stafford has Hall of Fame numbers. I recall that. I'm
talking about Derek Carr. Derek Carr.
I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer right now, but if the numbers that he's been doing the last few years, if it goes up from here, he's a Hall of Famer, bro. But now, no.
With no Super Bowls, no nothing. He'll be a Hall of Famer,
bro. Dan Marino is a Hall of Famer, and Dan Marino has no Super Bowls.
Dan Marino was different.
Dan Marino was nice, but these guys will put more numbers than those guys, though.
But this is more of a pass offensive league. Dan Marino to put those numbers up in that era. He's different. He's different. I get it, but I'm just saying, you know what it is? I'm just not as high as Devontae Adams because I did say the 99. I think he's going to get double teamed, and I don't see it. I don't see the tandem. I don't, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Boy, Bobby, you are something else.
Witness.
I ain't gonna lie though, Bob. You'll see nobody other than Tom though. No. You know it's the truth, man.
No, I do.
See.
I saw Josh Allen. You know what? I would love to.
You said Tom for number one for MVP this year.
It's not far-fetched.
Tom 48 years old, bro.
He was 40. It's just a year ago. He was the number 2. He finished 2.
Let me ask you this. Would you put Jim Kelly in the Hall of Fame?
He in the Hall of Fame.
Would I put Jim Kelly? Yeah.
How many times has he been to the Super Bowl?
4. Lost all 4.
Lost all 4.
Okay. All right. So we'll put
Derek
Jim
Carr
Kelly.
got better numbers than him, there.
Jim Kelly's been there 4 times in a row, correct? They went 4 times in a row, right?
Yeah.
And they lost all 4.
Yeah.
And Jim Kelly is a Hall of Famer. But you would not put Derek Carr in there with the numbers, consistent numbers in there, because Derek Carr's gonna put up more numbers. He's gonna play in the league. I bet he'll be in the league 7 more years, and he's gonna continue to put up more years. And you wouldn't put him in the Hall of Famer because he doesn't have a Super Bowl. So if he doesn't win any more Super Bowls, but
look at Jim Kelly numbers, Adrian. Pull up Jim Kelly numbers right quick.
Put it on the main screen. I was trying to figure out who else.
Put on the main screen. Put Jim Kelly numbers on the main screen. This is that was actually a perfect guy to bring up. Oh man, that's perfect.
But okay, no.
Terry Bradshaw don't have better numbers than Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is about to surpass Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly finished with 35,467 yards and 237 touchdowns, man, with 11 seasons. Derek Carr's been in the league for 7 seasons, man, and he's about to surpass us, man, with just 31. Easy.
And he has no rings.
Bobby, come on.
Well,
Bobby.
Hold on, let me take my glasses off of this one, y'all.
Put them on because you're not seeing. You're not seeing.
No, this is a little wild. No, because this is a little wild to me, y'all. It's a different era. Are you guys serious? Are you serious?
I give him that.
Are we serious?
Okay.
No. I just have to really like.
All right, 10-4. Okay, I give you that.
It's a different era.
Okay, I give you that.
Okay, so every time,
but okay, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying. So basically, we're gonna let mediocrity get into it now because everybody's gonna have most quarterbacks now are gonna have better numbers than Terry Bradshaw and Jim Kelly.
I'm not gonna lie.
And like most of them are because this is a different era. So
to the defense of Bobby, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? The guys that played with listen, I'll give you a second. You know what I'm saying? Those guys played in a monster era. Those guys was losing toes, fingers and shit. Well, yeah, you laughing, but them niggas they put it up their heart and soul in the damn field, bro.
It was different.
It was different, bro.
It's different. Like I just think,
niggas went to 4 Super Bowls and lost, dog. To tell you the tenacity and the dedication they had.
Man. Okay, so let's entertain it. So let's just say
we're gonna entertain this. I really believe that you're right.
No, because if Derek Carr does go, so let's just say he does pass him. Does he go to the Super Bowl or he just has numbers? Because my argument is he's gonna put the numbers up, but he's not even gonna go to the Super Bowl. Then what? Would you put him in the Hall of Fame? Because he has the numbers?
Okay, but let me ask you this question. So we're saying because it was a different era, we can't compare it. But can't we compare what Derek Carr is doing in this era to what's going to happen for him, what's going to go in the fruition of the future? There's nothing that you can do for what happened in the past because, like you said, Jeff, that era was different. It was a run-heavy, defensive-heavy era in that time. But what Derek Carr is doing in this time right now, I didn't really know what was Derek Carr was putting up those kind of numbers to now. So Derek Carr apologized on my behalf. But what he's doing in this era, you're sitting here telling me that that's not Hall of Fame numbers for this era? No. If we take what Jim Kelly did in his era and understand what he did in his era, putting up those kind of numbers with that kind of work, a body of work, and losing all 4 Super Bowls consistently, and then you look at Derek Carr, who he has not been to a Super Bowl, but he's putting up numbers and he's doing it consistently while also increasing while holding a good quarterback pass rating. You're trying to tell me this man isn't doing what he's supposed to do in this era, in the pass heavy era?
He is.
So you trying to tell me that's not qualified for yourself to be considered down the road for Hall of Fame?
He could be considered, but it won't happen. I guess to me, my argument is it's a good argument. It is, but my thing is, I guess I'm gonna just use it against you. Everybody's doing it in this era,
but so I can't. Era.
I know, that's but I'm saying, but if everybody's doing the same thing in the era, if everybody's throwing the same numbers, or you're opposed to, how can I? What is that standing out? How is that Hall of Fame to me? That's not Hall of Fame.
Then that's the same thing as saying for Jim Kelly. What did he do anything different than Dan Marino in that era?
He was a monster. Dan Marino
had way more numbers.
But he still got inducted into the Hall of Fame with them. They were in the same era. Maybe just Dan Marino was probably a little bit older, but they was in the same era where it was still a run-heavy defensive man coverage, not too much zone, not too many 3-4 defense. It was a 4-3 defense, which are typical as inside linebackers and outside linebackers. You didn't have your mics, or you didn't have your monies and your dime cornerbacks. You had simple as cornerback with a safety and a free safety. So you're trying to tell me what Jim Kelly did in his era, putting up those numbers with other quarterbacks in his era, and flopped all 4 times in the Super Bowl consistently, and then you take in consideration you move 25 years in ahead in the future, and you look at this era, and you compare what Derek Carr is doing against Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Tom Brady. You compare him to what he's doing against those fellas, even also what's his name, Drew Brees. You compare what he's doing. You're trying to tell me this man wouldn't be considered for a Hall of Fame and then actually get put in. You give him Devontae Adams, man. He's been putting up these numbers without Devontae Adams. You put an extra threat, like Jeff said, he's gonna get double coverage. That man's gonna put up some numbers. They won't better cover everybody on the field. They won't better play a 3-4 defense all game long. You can't play zone against Devontae Adams the whole damn game. He's gonna find the pocket. Man. Hall of Fame.
Okay. That was a great argument. That was a great argument, but
there's no way. I didn't know. I didn't know Derek Carr was doing that.
No, but
I'm gonna lie to you. I'm leaning with Bobby in this one, man. But I gotta say, if he I do consistently stand by what I say. If he put on better numbers the next few years, then yeah, Hall of Fame. But everybody really is doing it though, bro.
But that's this era. That's my point. Like that is this
era.
But that's what he's supposed to do in this era.
Oh man, because you gotta think about it, man. They get away. Quarterbacks get away with a lot of stuff now. Like,
but
everything
it's this era. But that's what I'm saying. It's this era. It's no more different than what the defensive players used to do back in that era. Used to get away with. Who was that one defensive player used to smack guys across the back of the head when he used to rush? He was known for doing that and got away with it all the time. He jacked up the referee.
Oh, Bill Romanowski?
Yes.
But I think he was a linebacker though.
So,
go ahead.
No, it's a really good argument. You're arguing the era, and because that's just what I said, and I understand that. It's just, man, it's just how can we okay? So like this time, right? Who defense? What's okay in the last 10 years? Who's been a prominent defense? What's the defense that you remember? And I know I can pick out 2 or 3. 2 or 3, I know for sure. The last 10 years.
Oh man, you got a few of them.
You're talking about like consistent dominant, right?
Consistent defense that are dominant.
Baltimore. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, you got a few Jags defenses that was consistent.
Well, no, he said consistent.
So
I said
in the last 10 years. I'm not trying to take no shots at Jags. I'm just saying in the last 10 years, who's been up there in the last 10 years on a consistent basis, right? Because I mean, if that's the case, we might as well just throw Buffalo in there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
not the last 10 years. No,
not the last 10 years. Maybe the last. Well, within the
2
10
or 3
years.
years. Yeah.
Okay. Within. Well, I mean, if that's the case, there's none.
So let me. Oh, okay, there we go. Let me explain. Let me further because I was kind of vague on that point. But that's what I was trying to get to. Back in that era, their defenses was phenomenal. Everybody played. So I understand the argument where the era, this is it, but it's to a point to me where, okay, is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer right now?
Right now, no.
Yeah, I mean, you get a number.
No, you would have to, according to how.
Okay, according to numbers, yeah,
you would have to.
He'll be a Hall of Famer right now.
I don't think he is, but if you're gonna go by that logic, Matt Ryan's a Hall of Famer, Matthew Stafford's a Hall of Famer. Who else we got? I mean, it's a list of them. Who else we got? A lot of quarterbacks that's coming.
Lamar Jackson in there, if that's the case.
Well, no, I can't throw Lamar in there.
Man, he just played. He just started, bro.
I'm talking about like some of the quarterbacks of who's thrown for y'all, because you guys are just talking about yards and stats.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I get what you're saying, and you got a lot of points, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
the eras are different. You gotta put it into consideration because one, like I told you, these guys was literally putting heart and soul on the field, and they wasn't getting the calls of you. Imagine if those guys played in this era, where they was getting the calls that they was getting. Those guys, Dan Marino have a Super Bowl. Jim Kelly probably have a Super Bowl. You know, Terry Bradshaw probably have more Super Bowls.
Okay, so let me
Donovan McNabb. We got Donovan McNabb.
Steve McNair.
I mean, I'm just talking about, like, there's a lot of them that we would just have to be like, okay, now you're in the Hall of Fame. And I just think the Hall of Fame is just it's a special place for special players.
Okay, all right. So let me ask
Donovan McNabb should be a Hall of Fame quarterback, and Steve McNair, by the way.
I agree.
I don't know about Steve McNair, but I agree with Donovan McNabb.
Well, okay, let me ask you this question. All right, so if we just take the whole era out, like, because you can't
take the era out.
Okay, well, if you want to use the era, you cannot knock. You can't compare what they did in that era and not use the same to what we're doing and what's going on in this era.
But
if you take this, okay, well, that's the point. So that if football is always going to, because football is going to continue to change and mutate into something different. Nobody knew it would go into this. Well, people saw it, but nobody reacted in time. So it went from a run-heavy defensive game to pass-heavy, tight-end, hybrid defensive players, where you need defensive players that can play corner and linebackers. You need a linebacker who can play the coverage, and you need a corner that can play the tackle, right? Mm-hmm. You cannot sit here and tell me that based off what the way things were then, that what they do now what they do now couldn't stand a chance in that era. Because if you take this era and put them in that era back then, do you really think those cornerbacks could be able to hang?
Wait a minute. So this era,
if you take this era, because the only reason why they're putting up these yards is because of the rules. The cornerbacks can't be at the 5 yards. They can't get on. They can't do all that touching. That's the only thing. So if you take this era, these rules, and place it in that era, what do you think it'll be?
Well, that's not the only reason. But it's not the only reason.
I mean, it's not the only reason, but it's a big contributor to why the wide receivers can get open as much as possible. Yeah, it's the sole contributor. But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, if you look at what he's doing in this era, and we can end it real quick, but I just feel as if what he's doing in this era, I think he should be considered a Hall of Famer later on. If he wins the Super Bowl, put him as a Hall of Famer. He got the numbers. Put him as a Hall of Famer. Work on getting him the ballot. Now, will he get it? I feel as he will. But what he's doing now is not bad. He's doing something that's not bad, that a lot of teams and a lot of players wish they can do with what he's been working with. He's been at the Raiders for how long? And he's always been getting kind of like overlooked. Only reason why Patrick Mahomes
it's not that he's been overlooked, it's the fact that they haven't been that good.
But I mean, that's their defense, because clearly he's putting up offense. So clearly it's the defense. It can't be the offense. I just think what Patrick Mahomes. Go ahead.
No, I think the numbers are kind of inflating on what he has done. Like,
we look at the interceptions? Like, how many? Because he had a couple of years where he threw a lot of interceptions too.
Yeah, but if that's the case, his passer rating should drop. His passer rating has been consistent. It's like 90s and 100s. His passer rating isn't bad. That's my thing.
Honestly, you guys both putting a good point.
Yeah, I just you're on the opposite side of the spectrum and I'm on the other side. I just think if we're in the same era and a lot of people are doing the same numbers or doing the same thing, I don't think you should be in the Hall of Fame. I think you got to do things that stick out, and he hasn't done anything to stick out. So, and I don't know if he will. So he needs more time. But I don't think Devontae is going to take him to the next step. I don't see it. But because I don't consider Matthew Stafford a Hall of Fame, not yet. Because it's too many. Because there's so much talent now. It's like before. Let's think about it. Before, like even in those eras, like you could bring up.
It wasn't as many quarterbacks.
You're bringing so many. You could bring up 4 or 5 quarterbacks or players, and you're like, those were the prominent players because they were the face of the NFL. But now, bro, every team has about 4 to 5 superstars, if possible. So I mean, it's just too much. It's too much talent now. So I think the standards have to be raised up because it's different. So that's my side of the argument. But I get it. But it's. I just think the Hall of Fame, man, getting that gold jacket, or if you any type of Hall of Fame, basketball, football, hockey, whatever the hell it is, you have to do something great. I think it's a special honor. I think now it's just letting anybody in.